right, Matt, UFC on ESPN Plus 6 coming at us this Friday from Boston, Massachusetts, TD Garden. You're going to see a familiar face coming back here in Joe Lauzon. He's been away for a bit, taking on Dana White's Contender Series alum, Jonathan Pearce at lightweight. Matt, this is a really fun fight. And I'm going to start the timer here now because Joe Lauzon's become a really potent coach. We've seen him with pupils the likes of Mike Rodriguez, Rob Font, Calvin Kattar, all representing his gym. And this is a guy that, I mean, it might be a surprise to you watching at home, but he's making his return after more than a year and a half away from the sport. He's on a 3-fight losing streak to Stevie Ray, and then finishes to Clay Guida and Chris Grutzmacher. And we know Joe Lauzon is the guy who's had insane fights over his career. I mean, you look at some of the accolades that he has. 15 performance bonuses. He was in the 2012 Fight of the Year against Jim Miller. Most finishes in the lightweight division with 11. What can you tell us about Joe Lauzon?
I can tell you that he would have blown the doors off Jonathan Pearce 5 years ago, but it's just the way that his career's kind of gone. I know he's taken a year off, so he hasn't been taking damage in that time, but still, he just doesn't respond to damage well, if that makes any sense. Like when you see a guy later on in his career, like Joe Lauzon used to be able to walk through pretty much anything that he was hit with, and at this point in his career, when he gets hit, he doesn't almost defend the most intelligent way from it, and I feel like that has, due to a large part, just the damage he's kind of accrued throughout his career, and that is unfortunate to say because you never want to tell a guy that like his time's kind of done with, but I feel like Joe Lauzon, this should be his last fight, win or lose. It's nice that he's getting one more kind of in front of his home crowd, so I'm picking Jonathan Pearce in this fight. But I would really like to see Lauzon get a win.
And I mean, Jonathan Pearce coming into the UFC from Dana White's Contender Series, he earned a 3rd-round finish there, blew the doors off his opponent, had a great 2nd round, plenty of significant strikes, and it was just an accumulation of damage there. But he's one of those guys that we've watched quite a bit of tape on. His nickname's terrible. It's JSP. Leave the SPs alone. You're not GSP. It's not funny. But he's a guy that trains out of the MMA lab with guys like Henry Corrales, Benson Henderson, and Chris Grutzmacher as well, who had that fight against Lauzon. But he's 9-3. He's got a 5-fight finish streak coming into this one. Pearce a -125 favorite. Lauzon +105. Again, I think those odds are going to stay close because you've got the hometown guy in Lauzon. And I think win or lose, probably his last fight. It's not often that they go back to Boston. So hopefully it's not too bad of a fight. But I'm also going to be picking Jonathan Pearce here. Really looking forward to this one. UFC Boston Fight Night Picks 2-minute predictions here on YouTube. Let's get into it.